favor, aye. People can abstain however they want to do it. Yeah. Yeah, because you probably don't have many people from December. Do you?
One, me, two, three. So we can do it separate.
Three.
I'm the deciding vote.
6:59.
That's it.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock.
That was the price.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone to the February 7th, 2018 Township of Springfield Planning Board. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with the Sunshine Law. Notice was published on November 22nd, 2017 in the New Jersey Star-Ledger, which happens to be the official newspaper of the Township of Springfield for 2017, and posted on the Annex Building on December 29, 2017. Let's take a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Rich Huber, absent. Mr. David Barnett, absent. Mr. Andrew Schwartz.
Present.
Mr. Michael Gonzalez, absent. Mr. Jerry Fernandez.
Here.
Ms. Sylviane Grisbowski. Here. Mr. David Pilmenstein.
Here.
Mr. Jeff Rosenberg.
Here.
Mr. Brian Brendel.
Here.
Vice Chairwoman Sharon Kessel. Here. And Chairman Jeff Tiger.
Here.
We have a quorum,
Thank you.
sir.
So the approval of the minutes, we're going to do it in two separate motions. Can I have a motion to approve the December 2017 Planning Board meeting minutes? Those are for the people that were here. So moved. Can I have a second? Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstains that wasn't here in 2017 or on the board? Good. Can I have a motion to approve the December 2018 minutes?
January.
The January 2018 meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? Motion passes. Okay, we have a resolution application 4-2017S, which is Valley Holdings, 18 Academy Drive, which is 24 Church Mall, 20 Blacks Lane, blocks 208 and 209, lots 6, 8, 9, for redevelopment project for preliminary and final residential condominiums. I'm going to turn it over to the board attorney to make a brief announcement on that resolution. That's where one person can vote.
Well, yeah, we just need, good evening.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Good to see you.
I see.
We just need a motion and a second. It's a memorializing resolution. So it's my understanding that there's only one person eligible to vote for the action taken on the resolution, right, Jen?
Yes, sir.
So let's call for a motion.
Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Would you like to second it?
Might as well.
What a guy.
I'll second it as well. And
Mr. Jerry Fernandez,
voting yes.
Goodbye,
motion
Jerry.
passes.
Motion passes, resolution passes. Thank you. Okay, we have an application tonight for 2018A. This is T-Mobile Northeast LLC, 2000 Mountain Avenue, Block 1202, lots 35. This is a waiver for site plan and cell phone tower. Would the applicant please step forward?
Yes.
But before you do, I'd like to turn it over to Township Attorney, Board Attorney to talk through, you got promoted, talk through any conflicts that may be.
Yeah. Who are you and who do you represent, counsel?
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Frank Ferraro, attorney on behalf of the applicant, T-Mobile Northeast LLC.
I think we ought to at least find out who partakes of the wonderful services that T-Mobile provides, just to see if there's, I want to deal with the conflict
Sure.
issue, that's all. So does anybody use T-Mobile as their provider?
I do.
There's one. Anybody else? Nope. Okay, since we have a quorum, I'm going to suggest that you should not participate, and reason, counsel, is he's a customer, so I
No
just think it
objection.
makes sense.
Sure.
So you have to go sit down.
You have to step off the board.
Okay.
This was going to be his first application. I know he's so disappointed. You can vote in your own mind. Go ahead, Counselor, if you can give us a quick overview.
Sure. Thank you very much. As was indicated, this is an application for a site plan waiver. T-Mobile currently has an existing wireless telecommunication facility at the existing 150-foot tall monopole at 200 Mountain Avenue. Presently, they have 9 antennas on a triangular platform on that particular tower. And what they're looking to do is add one additional antenna, so the antenna count will go from 9 to 10. They're looking to upgrade some existing internal components in one of their existing ground equipment cabinets. Otherwise, there'll be no ground disturbance or change to the lease area. Very basic. I mean, the purpose of this is they're looking to reorient the existing antennas that are on the tower to provide the most efficient service to the area. 3 of the antennas that are currently up there are just going to be, the azimuth of the antenna going to be changed a little bit. They'll add the additional antenna to provide service to a different area. So we do have our professional engineer, Mr. Johnson, who can review the site plan briefly and answer any questions if the board has any.
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
The board received communication from our municipal engineer that has told us that he felt that it meets all the definitions as outlined with the laws. Have you reviewed that and find it acceptable?
Yeah, did you get a copy of
I
Sam's?
did, yes.
And did you have any problem with anything that
No,
he
I
said
did
in that
not.
one paragraph?
No, I had no objections to anything in the review letter.
Okay,
Mr. Disco, Mr. Michaels?
I haven't seen it. I mean, if there's a structural calculation that goes along with it, that's usually routine, especially if they're adding equipment.
it's exactly where Sam was going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no comments.
Perfect. Any questions from the board to Mr. Rosenberg?
Nope.
Schwartz?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Ms. Kessel?
No.
Anyone? Jerry?
No.
No? Okay, seeing none, do you have anything further?
No, that's,
Is there any members of the public that wish to speak on this application? Please come forward. Don't rush up all at once. Seeing none, I'm going to close this matter to the public and open it to the board for additional consideration.
okay.
Anyone of the board have anything additional to discuss? Seeing none, do we have a motion to approve this application? Approve. We'll just do separate ones.
Okay.
Go ahead. Motion, I didn't hear.
I make a motion to pass application 2018-A T-Mobile Northeast LLC, 200 Mountain Avenue, blocks 1202, lot 35, waiver of site plan, cell tower upgrade.
Do I have a second? Second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Grzybowski?
Yes.
Mr. Pomenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez?
Yeah.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
Vice Chair Kessel?
Yes.
Chairman Tiger?
Yes.
Motion passes.
We're going to additional action. We have a resolution for this application tonight. Resolution of the Township of Springfield Planning Board request for waiver of site plan in the matter of T-Mobile LLC, decided to memorialize February 7, 2018. I'm just going to pass it around real quick for everyone to quickly view, and then we'll hopefully take action on it as well.
The resolution that the chairman passed is the one that had been used, that we had set up on the original form. I don't know if there were different ones done, but we usually try to just save time for the applicant to prepare it, because it was based upon a recommendation that you would receive from Sam anyway. So it just seemed to make sense.
I've read it and I found it acceptable. We'll give the board a minute to review, and then we'll take action. May slow down over here. We start going to the attorneys between him.
Let me see if I have another copy of it.
Is this pretty much a standard
Yeah.
one that you do all the time for?
No, not pretty much. Again, I don't know what you did.
So is it going to be
this past year.
cheaper then, because you've been cutting and pasting? Is that
Well, I mean,
You never paid for it anyway.
Ms. Law? Ms. Law? This is the one you sent around earlier today, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Then I've already seen it.
Seeing, let's see, Mr. Rosenberg still.
I saw this already too.
You good? Okay, so seeing everyone's had a chance to review it, can I have a motion to approve the resolution as offered before?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second?
Can we have a roll call?
Vice Chair Kessel?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Fernandez?
Yes.
Ms. Grzybowski?
Yes.
Mr. Pilmenstein?
Yes.
And Chairman Tiger?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you for coming.
Great. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the efficiency with which the board processes these type of applications. Thank you.
Perfect. Have a good night. Mr. Brendel, you can actually come back right now.
Thank you and tell you.
Tell your friend. Okay, moving forward, we have three little housekeeping ones. The first one is after we appoint all of our officials, Mr. Keynes, Mr. Michaels, Mr. Disco, there's a resolution that the board will authorize me to sign. It's really just outlining the fact of resolution of the planning board authorizing the award of contracts for professional services to Mr. Keynes, Mr. Michaels, and Mr. Disco. It's the same standard format that we always do. If I can get a motion to authorize me to sign this resolution.
Motion to authorize the resolution.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Can I have a roll call?
Ms. Guzekowski?
Yes.
Mr. Homenstein?
Yes.
Mr. Schwartz?
Yes.
Mr. Hernandez?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Brendel?
Yes.
Vice Chair Kessel?
Yes.
And Chairman Tiger?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Perfect. Okay, the next thing is, we're gonna have we're gonna call this the Andrew time. Andrew is our environmental club representative. He
Club? It's not a club.
environmental commission representative. Andrew serves and gives and updates the board back and forth on what their discussions are and how to incorporate some of the things that they're talking about, drainage, erosion, and so forth. So, Andrew, if you can give us an overview of your first visit.
Yes, so we met the third Monday in January, which I believe was Martin Luther King Day. It was just a preliminary first meeting of the year. The big issue we were discussing was Earth Day, which is Sunday, April 22nd. The Environmental Commission, together with the Green Team, will be sponsoring activities, particular to cleanup activities around town, especially in the parks in town. And that was really the sum and substance of that meeting.
Perfect. Thank you on behalf of the board for adding an additional night a month to serving on that.
It is my pleasure.
Commission. Perfect. The next housekeeping item we have an ordinance subcommittee that met tonight. I understand they spoke about a few different ordinances, and Mr. Schwartz, if you can.
Actually, the ordinance committee spoke about one ordinance in particular, which would be an ordinance to require, or at least give the construction official in town the option of requiring construction fencing around any construction site, which would be designed to protect the public from entering into premises under construction and potentially injuring themselves. And we had discussion as to some of the particulars of it, and in particular whether or not this should be put into the land use ordinance or one of the other town ordinances, and we're going to revisit that issue and make a recommendation either that it go in land use or make a recommendation that it goes elsewhere. But I think there was a general consensus that this makes sense to add to one of our ordinances in order to protect the public.
So should we take action tonight, or are we waiting for the next meeting in March?
I don't know that there's action to take tonight until we decide where we're actually going to place this ordinance.
Mr. Michael?
Yeah.
Well, we could.
You could just let the next level of government decide
Sure.
where it goes. If you, in theory, are happy with the process that's outlined, the governing body's gonna have to put it up for first reading anyway, so it's just a
Okay.
all you're doing is making a recommendation.
Fine. Well, then, in that case, then, on behalf of the ordinance committee, we would recommend that we approve and send to the township committee an ordinance to require, or at least give the option to the construction official to require construction fencing around open sites, particularly those involving excavations.
There is a section in this ordinance that will be in the land use ordinance, because it was intended to eliminate a conflict between our fence ordinance and this ordinance. So that is, there is the section that is going to go into land use, but the bulk of it may not. We'll have to research that.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's, if the board's okay with it, let's ask you to draft an ordinance, send it to, or a letter to the governing body so they can entertain a motion for their next meeting that they want to take action on.
Do we know where they're at on this? Because it's my understanding, I thought this may be on the agenda for them at the next meeting.
I know that they asked us to consider it, to send it over to them.
To send it.
I can get it to them tomorrow or Friday.
I think she needed it tomorrow for the next
Yeah.
meeting.
Okay.
So that's why they,
Well, then-
so it was
then
gonna
we
be.
should take action today.
Right, that's, so then I guess they're going on it for the next meeting.
If they would like to consider it, I don't know if they'll adopt something, but it would be,
Well, they have to,
they have to put it out for
Friday,
resolution for reading and then come
Yeah,
back.
I have language
Yeah,
here,
there's-
and just some minor changes that were discussed at the meeting. I can make those changes and get it out to the clerk tomorrow.
Perfect. So can I have a motion to authorize Bob Michaels to draft an ordinance and send it to the governing body on our behalf?
Sure, I'd like to make a motion to approve the preparation by Mr. Michaels of an ordinance to add a new subsection to the land use or other code as determined by the township committee regarding construction site safety and fencing.
Can I have a second? Can I have a roll call?
Who seconded it?
So,
Thank you.
we'll just do it all in favor. It's not an official thing. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstain? Motion passes. Okay, then our next meeting will be Wednesday, March,
Do we have to open the public?
oh yeah, well, I did before, but, okay, any members of the, any members of the public that wish to come and speak on this, any applications or any business before this board, please come forward.
Don't knock each other over.
Did they get new chairs?
Yes.
The chairs look nice. I just realized that. Seeing no members of the public, I'm gonna close the public portion. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Any second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Thank you.
New business. Is this yours?
Jen,
So just let me know if you want me to come. You know, for,
I'll let you know. If I can do it, I'll do it. I don't want you to have to do it, but I think
fine, whatever, just let me know.
You can sign that, and she can adjust that or something.